Hello and welcome to Viewpoint. My name is Lyubov and joining us now is the founder of Izolyaciya Culture Foundation, Ms. Lyubov Mykhaylova. Ms. Mykhaylova, welcome to Viewpoint.
Thank you for inviting.
Yeah, Ms. Mykhaylova, very happy to have you here. Ms. Mykhaylova, the Izolyaciya Culture Foundation was originally in Donetsk, and obviously more than a year ago you had to relocate because of hostilities in eastern Ukraine, because of the war happening in eastern Ukraine. So now that you've been in Kyiv for more than a year now, how are you doing? How's it going here?
So now I would like to some words tell about the history. And we were relocated not because of the war. We were relocated much earlier. It was happened 9 of June 2014, where our territory was taken over by Donetsk Republic militia. They announced that they needed territory for humanitarian help coming from Russia. It's turned later. This place now is a prison, place for the training fighter, and place for executing. So this kind of humanitarian help we get from Russia. So we were since 2010, when Izolyaciya was founded in Donetsk, our game was always to bring education, art, and site-specific project to the area which really needed cultural injections, I would say. It was always not enough culture in this area, and from central government, from local government, nobody really paid attention. So the result, what we get in Donbass, it's one of the, I think, as a person who work in cultural fields, I think one of the reasons what happened there was this not enough cultural supply and education of people. So now we relocated in Kyiv, and we're rethinking our role, our position, and actually...
Yeah, Ms. Mykhaylova, obviously it was very difficult for you without the necessary help from the government, without the proper financing, relying solely on your own people to do this relocation. And I know that a lot of pieces of art, they still remained in Donetsk, and you were basically smuggling out of the Donetsk. So did you manage to take everything out?
No, we didn't take everything out. We lost 2/3 of our collection because these people who are inside there, they think and they give many times interview that it's this art has to be destroyed, these people has to be killed because it's bring, not ideology what they want to see in this area. So it was many art pieces destroyed, and latest destruction was exposing our beautiful piece of art. It's a lipstick on the top of 48 meters pipe chimney. This lipstick was dedicated to the women of Donbass who rebuilt this city after the Second World War. And the work was done by French artist Martin Pascal Tailloux, and it calls Donetsk Wake Up. So now these people who are there,
So it was very symbolic.
Very symbolic. Donetsk wake up and make up. So just getting better. The change industry for cultural, the change industry for small businesses. So now it's exploded and it's gone. We have.
So let's talk about Kyiv. So how are the things in Kyiv?
So we came here and we have been here. There is a lot of talking now of dismissed people, but we were dismissed institution. So we're a private institution, and the first whom we asked, we went to the President Palace and we make a very symbolic performance demonstration asking to relocate institutions. How they feel these institutions from this area who has to be relocated, museums, art institution. We wanted to attract attention from the people of government and president that it's a big problem as well. And
did they listen to you?
They come to us, they like performance. It was very peaceful and very colorful. They and they said they will send us a letter. In 3 months we get a letter. So what we ask a place to be located, and we are ready to support itself. So there is a big place in many places empty in Kyiv. So unfortunately they told us, you are private institution, even non-profit, even with a mission for social change, you are private and we don't change private. You mean if you kicked out from your home and your
private person... Who was that? Was that a Ministry of Culture?
No, it was a because it's a...
Presidential administration?
Yes, presidential administration. Since that, we decided in this country, in that moment, we don't, after we have this, our experience...
You decided not to rely on the government
we
anymore.
realized that we've been ourselves in Donetsk feeling our name, Izolyaciya, has a double meaning. So
Isolation.
Our name, we keep our name in Russian language. You know, it's interesting maybe for English-speaking auditorium. In Russian language, this word keeps two meaning. Insulate and isolate. So from one side, it was a plant which produced insulated materials. So one side we wanted to be insulated from anything which is corruption, which is we don't want to know, and we wanted to, from other side, insulate to keep our past, industrial past, our roots, and let them new life.
Yeah, Ms. Mykhaylova, but obviously you in Kyiv already have a place where you have like the exhibitions, where the art performances take place, and I understand it's some sort of a culture hub which unites the internally displaced people from Donbass. So how many people come to you, and how willing are these people to come and meet their the people who are just like them, displaced from Donbass, from their homes? You know,
it happens, and when we came here, we start to do some events which join people, because we had this stress to be dismissed, and we realized it's hundreds of thousands of people, especially young people, and not very young, who move out of their home and who need to be together. So we did several events with joint people, and through to talk, to do creative things, and we understand that it's a big group of people who are willing for change, and maybe they are not always welcome, and nobody expects them in other areas of Ukraine. So we thought, let's start our new place, and we rented, thanks our friends and group of donors. So we rented a place, beautiful place in industrial area next to the water river. So because we are really dedicated to industrial heritage, and in this space we start our exhibition program, and mainly in the field of art and activism. So we try to be this kind of art who brings a social change, who support a creative thinker and give them platform to talk about through the culture and art instrument about the topics which is actual now in the.
Ms. Mykhaylova, apart from the art exhibitions, apart the various cultural events, I know that you also hosted sort of get-together parties for internally displaced people from Donbass, Tormozok parties. Tell us about these parties. How did people react to them?
No, because the Tormozok, it was one of the first our actions. Tormozok, it's something which a coal miner has from his wife coming to the job, to the coal mine.
Basically, it's a lunchbox.
A lunchbox, and only people from this area understand what does it mean. So we make this beautiful, everyone comes with his lunchbox and share. So this is how the community started. And even coming to Kyiv, we realize, and making our space, we realize there is a lack of support of artists. There is a lack of infrastructure. The culture today heavily needs support, and unfortunately government not in stage to do it.
Ms. Mykhaylova, can you tell us how important, in your opinion, it is to support culture, to support modern culture, modern art in the times of war?
It's a big topic, and I can tell you we should have this discussion 5 years ago, 4 years ago, because it's very important to support culture before war comes, you know? Of course, we realize now culture and
obviously nobody expected that the war would come.
Yeah, but if we would put the stones 4 years ago, 5 years ago, when we started in Izolyaciya in Donetsk, and we start with nothing, and our first event in this area where only industry, nobody understand, and 500 people come for the season. For the late 2014 events, for festival, language festival for literature, language and violence, you know, literature festival, it was 5,000-6,000 people per day visiting us. So people discuss, exchange opinion. So it's extremely important to make this islands of discussion, of support, not only in Kyiv, in all small cities around, in every village where people has to chance to know what is it. So that is why we do our big part of program in Mariupol, And we support a lot of creative thinking people. Now we're supporting our friend and member of our team, Sergei Zakharov, who was imprisoned in Donetsk for his street art. And now he ran election for the mayor of Mariupol with a logo of uncorrupt creative Mariupol future.
Yeah, it looks like Sergei Zakharov is going from art to politics,
yeah, but it's not
like very important
it's
to
important
support.
to bring idea people that not only steal plants who bring you cancer, pollution, and non-thinking position, and believing in one oligarch can feed the city.
Yeah, let's hope Sergei Zakharov will be able to bring some art into this industrial city. Ms. Mykhaylova, many thanks for coming to us and sharing your thoughts and your experience of relocating the Modern Arts Center from the war-torn Donetsk to Kyiv. Real pleasure was having you. This has been Volodymyr Sulov for Viewpoint, together with one of the founder of Izolyaciya Culture Center Foundation, Ms. Lyubov Mykhaylova, talking about Displaced Art Center. Thank you for watching us.
Thank you.